Welcome to another episode of the Chemical Reaction Podcast. I am your host, Allison.
And I'm your baby. Messing me up. I'm the co-host. Now,
Alright, so babe, today we're talking about the Lakers. And the Lakers, as you know, probably better than me, that they're getting a lot of flack right now for their performance. Things are going bad for the Lakers. Russell Westbrook is doing bad. LeBron is doing bad. The team overall is doing bad. So Russell Westbrook, as I understand, is supposed to be one of their star players, but he isn't doing well. They have LeBron, but it's just seeming not to be enough for the team. Their upcoming games are looking like they're not getting any better or any easier. So there seems like there's just like an uphill battle for the Lakers. All that to say, or to bring us to our topic for today. You ready?
mm-hmm.
How should we handle things when things get rough? You ready to talk about it?
How should we handle things when things get rough?
How should we handle things when things get rough? So, we got Russell, right? Now, he's on the team. He's not doing well. Yet he's looked at as if he's supposed to be one of the impact players on the team, right? Now, just like to relate that to life, when we're looked at as being the impact player, have you ever been in a situation, and I know you have you ever been in a situation where you've been the one that people count on? You're the impact player on the team. Have you ever been in that situation and is that stressful for you, or do you feel like you handled that with grace, for lack of a better word? But you specifically, have you ever been in that situation, and for you, how does that feel, or how do you handle that?
A situation where I was the impact player. I got to say, yeah.
And you can be vague.
Actually,
you don't have to like give a lot of detail, but just as much
you
as
trying to tell me I talk too much?
No, I'm not at all. I want you to talk, but I'm just saying as much as you're willing or comfortable with sharing.
I'm trying to see though. No, man. Maybe one or two times, all of them not even sports related, where I was an impact player and it was like I was like the dude, man. So thinking about those times, like when I was in boot camp, I felt like I was an impact player, and then that a lot of people was depending on me to do certain stuff and all that.
Did you feel pressure? Like, did you feel like if you messed up, it was gonna be a big thing?
Yeah, see what? Maybe some, but probably nowhere near the level that Russell got to be feeling. But I'm trying to get to any time that I done been in that situation. Like I said, I've not had the magnitude that he got, but anytime that I've been in the situation on the level that I was on, I I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. I always be cool and confident and just looking forward to performing, man. But I don't know, man. It get a little deeper too, cause like I said, we just don't know what's going on. Like what possessed you to just start playing bad? You know what I'm saying?
You think he's controlling that? You think he
well,
got control
not controlling it like he making a conscious decision to start having off shots, but something could be going on with him.
You think it could be deeper than the court?
He could be going through something in his life that got him playing bad off games and stuff like that. And So that could be part of the problem. So just like all the criticism, it's just like um before you start looking at it just from a completely negative side, just like, oh, he trash, oh, he just been bull swagging, he ain't been hitting nothing into that. It would probably be more wise to just try to see what's going on, because it just don't make sense for you to up and start going downhill like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I guess, like, specific to Russell Westbrook, most of the people that we hear talk about it are like sports analysts, so they get paid to talk about the sport. You know what I'm saying? So they not really concerned with his personal. You know what I'm saying? What the more human side of it.
Right, because it's his job. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
his
They
job.
expect
So
him to be able to perform.
right, we can only hope that he got the people in his corner. You know what I mean? Who thinking on that tip. But to get back to you, you feel like, though, when you've been in those positions, one you said was boot camp, you feel like under pressure, which again, I know you, not again, but you noted that because his is on a larger scale, it's different. But under pressure, you feel like you handle it well. Right.
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 But then again, it depends, because it's a lot of stuff that you gotta factor in. So I'm pretty sure I could be in some situations to where I wouldn't be that confident, depending on what I was doing and how comfortable I was. Just my skill level at what I'm doing. So for him, I mean, man, this dude been in the NBA for 14 years. So I mean, that's a veteran we talking about. He he shouldn't have no problems with just how he really just handling the pressure, man. You wouldn't think that. Like, when you think of LeBron, you don't think, him and handling pressure just don't seem like it go in the same sentence,
Well,
man.
he chokes at the end of the games. He don't take game winning shots, but that's another conversation.
Oh yeah. But so I'm saying, man, these guys are stars, man. So I kind of feel like they just supposed to do what they do best, man. Go out there and play ball. So I just feel like for him to be off, I don't think it's the pressure. I think, like I said, just me saluting the situation and trying to figure out what's going on. I feel like it gotta be a deeper root. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't, go ahead.
Do you just thinking back on some of those situations that came to your mind? Are there any of them where you feel like you were the impact player and you failed? Or you feel like I know you are good. Like, I know that about you. You're good under pressure. But do you feel like you've
ever failed
in any of those
I'm
situations?
sure I have, man. Like I said, I done been in so many different situations that I'm sure I have definitely failed. But just trying to think of something off top that I failed. Who did I fail? People that was depending on me. Get the job done and I didn't even come through. Who I failed? Because, I mean, when you talking about this, you don't just mean in, like, no team-oriented sports type. You just talking about life and, like, just pressure and people depending on you and stuff like that.
And just while you thinking of yours, like, the one thing that comes to my mind, and you already know this about me, and I'm not saying I fail at this, but there is a certain pressure to do or to be a certain type of parent or a certain type of mom, like mom duties, like making sure your kids aren't sick and those type of things. So that, to me, I feel like I'm the impact player in that sense when it comes to certain things about the kids. And even with, like, and we've discussed this before, like the kids and the school thing, I feel like I'm the impact player when it comes to that. And if they don't succeed in school, I'd feel like I failed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skin feel like foo foo. But I get you though. Either I done had some ups and downs, but I'm just trying to pick one basically.
Oh wait, let me tell you one that I did fail.
What's that?
And I mean, it was a fail back then. It was a fail back then because of the expectation or whatever. But I wouldn't take it back for the world. Having a child. Yeah.
That's kind of deep, y'all. You want to go deep. You want to go deep? What you trying to talk about it? What you saying?
No. I'm just saying that's one instance.
Because I'm the only one that know what you talking about. Because you bring.
Well, I said having a child earlier than I wanted to have a child.
So you just you're not talking about no failing. You failed in the sense of just having a child too early.
Yeah. Because as far as it relates to being an impact player, like I wouldn't known, like in this situation, I wasn't on a team like he was or nothing like. But I feel like I'm equating people depending on me to people's expectations of me, if that makes sense. And so I feel like I failed in that sense, not so much that people were like depending on me, but almost like they were depending on me to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I failed in that aspect. But even as it relates to like handling it, I think I did well. Even after the failure, I think I did well. Don't you think I did well, baby?
Yeah, of course. You're a super mom now. Super mom.
I was super mom back then too, cause
right. Yeah, I'm just saying, like you said now, and I was speaking on now. You was always super, but I'm just saying, you definitely hot stuff now. Seasoned veteran. But I got one that relates specifically to the sports. Back when I was boxing, my second fight, I lost it, and my first fight I had won. So I came back home talking a lot of noise. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be the next Mayweather. Y'all should have seen me. Nobody came. You know what I'm saying? But maybe like 2 or 3 of my people, and that was my brother and my mom. And my brother had a fight that same day of their first fight. So we was pretty much the only ones that went to the first fight. So after me and bro won our first fights, we was bragging, talking stuff, telling the whole family, yeah, I gotta come check us
arrogant.
out. Yeah, man, we wanted them to come see us in action, man. We thought it was good. So the second fight, they came. They was deep. And they put me in a ring with a damn tiger, boy. So yeah, man, they put me in the ring with a little crouching tiger, hidden dragon, man. Basically,
so he was out your weight class.
Nah, he
was in your weight.
He was in my weight class, but he just was better than me, man. He was more seasoned up than me. Cause like I done told this story 100 times, but they supposed to, in amateur boxing, they supposed to try to match you up with somebody who been in the gym about the same amount of time with you. But I ain't making no excuses. I lost the fight, but the dude had been boxing for years.
Was there an age difference?
Oh, well, I was only 17. He was like 26, I think, at the time. But like I said, the first dude I fought was 35, and I beat him. But it just the dude was good. Is all I'm saying. He had been training for a while, and he got out on me, and I'm just getting that the pressure of all my people being there. You know what I'm saying? The fight that they came to, boy, I got smashed in that fight. Like, I wasn't ready for old boy, so it was embarrassing, man. But it got out on me in front of all my peoples, man. But so I felt like I let everybody down. You know what I'm saying? And that type of stuff will make you, you know what I'm saying, walk away from it for life if you don't really, have enough people behind you telling you to keep your head up, this, that, and third. If ain't nobody really talking to you behind and letting boosting you up with positivity, you know what I'm saying? It don't even have to be negativity, just nothing at all. After taking such a loss, you'll beat yourself up. You get what I'm saying? Especially being young, but that's just a time where I kind of went through it, man.
Yeah, and then to relate that back to Russell.
But his is still different because you talking about team ball where you got teammates that's depending on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I'm trying to say he experiencing this like over and over and over again because they continuously losing. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Right. So I just I imagine this even worse.
Right.
Yep. Which then leads me into LeBron. So LeBron is supposed to be right now, a lot of people look at him as the best player in the NBA, right? But it has been evident that he cannot win these championships by himself, right? So, like a lot of people, even the best, may need help at sometimes, help at times. So my question to you is: have you ever been in that position of being good at something but still needing help? If that makes sense.
Yeah, plenty of times. It's just a matter of being in a team environment. So he can only do so much by himself, man. So obviously, I know he got other people that he competing with, like Kobe, but Kobe may look like a one man show, but he's not. That's just a fact. People like that, you know what I'm saying? It takes a team, so you always gonna depend on people, even if it mean passing the ball so they can assist you right back. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't always just go out there and dominate, man, without your teammates. So
have you ever been forced to get help?
Like in a sense that I don't want the help.
Yeah, like in a sense of like we're like in one way that we both don't like asking for help, right?
Right.
So have you ever been in a situation where you've been put in a position where you've been forced to get help?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Outside of sports, for sure. Have you?
I was waiting for yours. I wasn't even thinking.
Oh, I thought maybe you was just over there sitting on one. Oh yeah.
A situation where we've been forced to receive help. I got one, but it's not one that I think we want to share.
Well, she got one.
The fire. The fire.
Right. What about it?
I think we got help.
Oh yeah. That ain't, man. That's easy. We could talk about that though, man. So yeah. A few years back we had a house fire. House caught fire. We lost everything. Everything. You know what I'm talking about? So, us being the type of people that we are, of course, we don't like to ask anybody for anything. We like to be able to live life without being needy towards others. So, but when our house burned down, it was just like a smack in our face. Like we had no other choice. We wasn't even asking for stuff. It was just people coming out the woodwork to help us during our time of need. And I'm talking about from church members, family members, friends, my bad. Strangers, man, like businesses, companies, man, like just all type of people came together to help us out. So, that wasn't the point, but that just was a time that it just was like a smack in the face, man. It's just like the Most High will show you that no matter what the situation is. Like, we need each other out here, man, and sometimes we just have to realize, man, you gonna have a hard life out here trying to, running the whole show yourself and do everything yourself. Is just you got it, you
Which
can
is
handle
my
it.
first nature. I don't want nobody to help me do nothing.
It's my first nature too. We some do-it-yourselfers, y'all. We like to do it ourselves. We get the tools to do the job at home. You know what I'm saying? I cut my own hair because I do it myself. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff, man. If you can think of, we probably do it. If it's simple enough for us to keep from having to call a pro, whether it's fixing something, trying something for the first time, whatever it is, we gonna do it ourselves. Keep from having to bother anybody else. So, but that time there, the Most High was like, nah, we gonna show them. And so it's the same thing like that. That can be applied to anything in life, man. Like, was you talking about sports or whatever? People need to know that. Like, you need the people around you, just no matter what it is. You even need when you think about a team. That's fine. But when I say you need the people around you, everybody to just be loving and for what's righteous. Think about the entire sport, such as like referees. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need those guys to call a fair game, to not be biased and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you literally need everybody. So, yeah, man, we need the people around us. That's a nice lesson to learn sooner than later.
I heard one person say that the team could possibly have a worse year. The Lakers, that is, could possibly have a worse year than they did last season. He even went on to say that their season could be over by November, and basketball goes well into the next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that just made me think about and we already discussed that they have a job to do as analysts, sports analysts, people who talk about these sports and all that type of stuff. But it just made me think about the power of our words and the power of the tongue. You know what I mean? Especially when dealing with bad situations. Go ahead.
I just was sitting over here thinking. I always be on a deeper note, but I don't put it past, like, when you talk about sports, man, and you got people out there competing, and when you competing against somebody, you gotta get in a state of mind, and it's like war. You get what I'm saying? So these teams is fighting against each other, man. So I'm like this. I take everything with a
grain of salt.
Yeah, with a grain of salt, because they could be totally lying, bluffing. You know what I'm saying? In that way, just to keep people on their toes. Cause, man, they still got LeBron James, and that's why I was saying about Russell. Like, ain't no way. Like, you talk about somebody just started shooting bad. He might be going through something, but it could just be a story, man. Like, I shoot bad for the cameras or anything, just to start some publicity, some type of talk, where that can start circulating out there, and everybody can stop looking at the Lakers. They can stop wanting to film our practices and come and try to get all this trash on us. Let's go look at Miami. You feel what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a good way of, when you think of war out here, you don't really want everybody to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's like turning them into the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? So people won't be studying. You got people like, when you the big dog, people be studying film on you all year, man. Every game is hard for you. And when you want a ring, you may, some people like, some warriors want the best fight, whatever. But I'm just saying, when you talking about winning and people doing what it takes to win at all costs, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised, man. That man, like LeBron trying to get rings, I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of the strategy. Because if I was on the opposing team and I knew I was playing the Lakers, where LeBron is housed, like, bro, I'm not finna face these people like they got nothing less. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still who he is, bro. Them still the Lakers. So I think they gonna still have a decent season. I think they might still. I think it's gonna roll, man.
Click.
Like, yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't think. I think it's just all a bunch of noise people making and yes sir, just like a fake rap beef, man, just trying to start, and then watch showing up them boys, they're gonna start popping out. Some people gonna be losing money, you know, all type of stuff, but they gonna probably start popping off. It just ain't no way.
Yeah,
I don't believe
you went in a different direction, and I think that's good. It could very well be that. It would be surprising a little bit, because I just never thought about that. Like, I know that be happening in other arenas of entertainment, like with the like with the rap beefs and all that type of stuff, and even with like reality TV and stuff. I know things are not always what they seem, and it could very well be publicity stunts.
Yeah.
If it was what it's playing out to be, if it was, and just thinking about it from the stance of the players, not even just Russell Westbrook and LeBron James, but also the coaches and the other teammates and stuff. As I was getting to, like, the power in our words and what we say and that type of thing. Which I know they're the people who are talking, just like we're talking. You know, we just talking. We just outsiders looking in, just like we said on the last episode. But hearing that, I can imagine I mean, people take things differently, but like, if it was me, it would feel stressful to hear such negative things a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my question is, how do you view the power of our words?
How do I view them? I believe that there are great powers in words. Words hold affect us greatly. So I believe that.
If you were Russell and you were hearing, or LeBron, but mainly Russell Westbrook, who's like shooting horribly and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
How do you feel like seeing it on mass TV like it is, and knowing that the masses are hearing this? How do you feel like that would affect you?
Yeah, see, how I feel like it would affect me, I could tell you that it's supposed to affect me in a negative way, and if I allowed it to do so, then it probably would just make the situation worse. I continue to shoot bad because of these people's now expectations that they have or whatnot. But of course, I wouldn't just allow it to affect me like that. I consider myself a spellcaster, and when people is saying stuff to me, be it negative or positive, when you're dealing with affirmations or whatever, if somebody say something negative to me, then that, to me, they just casted a spell on me. So I'm not gonna just let it be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always countering the spell like a little kid. It's an argument. You know what I'm saying? So if you say I'm stupid, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got something worse to say about you. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is, why is he catching all that? He need to be speaking up for himself and responding to this stuff and addressing it in the best positive way that he can. Don't address it in a negative way, because then they gonna demonize him. You get what I'm saying? So he gotta just be a hero up there, man, and be positive and keep it real and then actually bounce back. Do what it take for you to bounce back.
Which is interesting because I mean maybe I'm not that in a sense of like I'm not the one to fight back like when somebody say you stupid. I've never been in that situation before, but I'm not confrontational, and I also I like to show you. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I need to say nothing back to you to defend myself, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you feel like a person like that, just in your opinion, in life? But I'm trying to say too, like I might say that to myself or say that to you or something, but just not back to that individual who I feel like spell casted me in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? So do you feel like that is a bad thing, or do you feel like it would be more effective um for someone who did speak up for themselves in the moment when that negative spell has been cast on them?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. See, logically, in which I'm a man, so I happen to think very logically. But logically,
I'm logic too.
but yeah, when you look at it in a certain way, but when it comes to this type of stuff, I tend to rely on logic. So this is something I'm responding to as a man, and hold on, time out. What was the question again?
Because I'm not gonna address the negative
Oh yeah,
words, right then and there.
I got it.
Okay.
So yeah, logically, I feel like, of course, the best response is to address it right there and confrontate. Have a confrontation. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean I think that that's the most supreme response for it. That's just like if somebody punched me in my face, logically, I'm gonna hit that. I'm. but I do know that that's not the bigger thing to do. But so I'm getting at uh it just is levels to it. So like you can respond right then. Like see me with negativity, I tell you back in the gap, I would respond to negativity with negativity, and I'm still can mess that up sometimes, but nowadays I'm leaning more towards responding to negativity with positivity. But I'm getting that that's the whole thing. So not responding to it at all though, that it just depends. Like if you not responding to it, but that person is still gonna affect you, and that's whether you being affected on the inside, feeling some type of way, or you in an environment with that person and constantly have to deal with them. Right. You get what I'm saying? And then you not willing to have a confrontation, then that's when it's a problem. So right. I mean, if that's not the case, then of course it's neither here or there. But so if that is the case, then I feel like the confrontation needs to be had, or you showing them however you need to show them. If whatever, I know it depends on the situation. So, but you just me, man. I'm trying to go on and see what's going down, man. Like, hey, what you said about the what was that? Yeah, let's go there.
Which and we're very different.
Oh yeah, you can come get me. I want to know what you said to her. Tell me what you said to her. I want to know. And I want to
come get you at this stuff.
You go while I'm trying to see what he said to you. You can go around there. You can go around there and slice the tie. I'm gonna talk the stuff. She said.
Well, all in all, we hope that Russell Westbrook and the Lakers get. Even though I don't care for LeBron James, I'm a Kobe fan. But we hope that
they say Kobe they moved Kobe out the way for LeBron James in the conspiracy world. In the conspiracy world, they say Kobe was not gonna stop getting them rings, and LeBron needed some more rings.
Well, he still ain't got but a few, and he getting older.
Time is of the essence. That's why they say what they say.
That's
why they say what they say. But we shall never know. We gonna catch him in the afterlife, and maybe then we'll kind of get the truth.
Yep. Well, this is another episode. Thank you all for joining in to another episode of the Chemical Reaction Podcast. You were supposed to say that with me.
Oh, yeah, we messed it up.
Let's take 2.
Wow, what was said?
Thank you for tuning in to the
Chemical Reaction Podcast.